Hello, guys, and welcome back to the Cask Connoisseur, where today we're going to be doing our ranking on our free alcohol beers that we've had over the past previous videos. I hope that all of you have recovered from Christmas so far, because it has been a lot of drinky, boozy, and all that stuff, hasn't it, Chris? To be fair,
that's part of what Christmas is all about.
That's it, exactly.
Nice, warming beers.
Nice, warming beers, and also nice, warming whiskies as well.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Funny enough, I've just seen this up here behind here, Chris. Picture of our
See
whiskey.
if I can reach it. Oh, there we go, guys. I don't know how well that will show up on the camera. From here, it looks good. That was I call him Puppy. I'll admit he's 15 months old, but you'll understand if you lived with him why you call him Puppy. That's my puppy doing his secondary role as acting as a hot water, which is a good role for whiskey.
Yes, definitely.
So yeah, lovely Christmas present from my wife. That photo.
Yes, definitely. No, beautiful picture.
Yes.
So, as I say, guys, we're here to rank our alcohol-free beers here. If you've seen any of the videos, I hope you give them a good old likes up and a good old comment to see what you think. If not, please get it done. So, if you all remember well, we started with Doom Bar Zero. So, just briefly, Doom Bar is from a brewery down in Sharps Brewery down in Cornwall. It's particularly named after the actual Doom Bar alcohol version, but this one's called the Zero version. Our thoughts were mixed, weren't they, Chris, to be fair?
Yeah, no, I think the most positive from my side for that was, yeah, I could see it going with seafood. I think it probably would work quite well. And we were a bit naughty because it does say on the back of the bottle, best chilled.
Best chilled,
and we hadn't chilled it, so okay, fair enough.
What's your verdict on alcohol free when it comes to beers, Chris? Like, I mean, alcohol free effectively is, trying to do something slightly more healthier, effectively, especially at this time of the year in January and all that, where people do take part in dry January. But what's your verdict?
Yeah, well, alcohol's a poison. That's why if you drink too much, you end up being drunk and falling over. So, you want to keep it in moderation. And probably after Christmas excesses, it isn't too bad an idea to cut back on it a bit. And obviously these 0% alcohol beers give you that option and still go down the pub. So I think it's a good idea. Whether one could get used to drinking them full time, that's maybe a debatable.
That's a debatable
because it definitely. I haven't had one. Right, I've probably had 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know, alcohol-free beers. I tend to try and avoid them, to be candid.
Yeah.
But I've probably had about 10 of them, and yeah, they all miss. And this is the thing. It's that alcohol that makes the difference. So if you come back to whiskey will change as you change the alcohol.
Yeah.
So you can take a bottle of whiskey, you can add water to it. Not a bottle of whiskey, a glass of whiskey, you add water, you dilute it down, the alcohol changes, the flavours change. And then, of course, you can go up to 60-odd% ABV with whiskey. And when it gets to that strength, it's pretty hard not to have a good bottle.
Yeah.
Now, is that because the bottle's good or because the amount of alcohol there's in?
Yes.
So the point is, alcohol, I think, is essential to any of these.
Yes.
But if we're going to sit there and say, let's be that little bit healthier, let's give our livers a rest, then, these can be an option.
Alcohol-free is the way forward, yeah. I mean, the interesting thing, alcohol-free beers of, from years ago where there was only like select few around, alcohol-free to me has actually increased over the past few years, and it's not just beer where it's gone into. There's even like alcohol-free wines, ciders. Even now, especially in the hospitality sector, in most restaurants and all that, they're even now bringing in alcohol-free gins. So but it's literally going boom. Basically, the actual alcohol-free industry is going boom. And interestingly, talking about this, the Cask Connoisseur actually did a piece of work on the sober trends of what people are doing. So basically, throughout drinking alcohol, and it was interesting when the Cask Connoisseur did its research and actually said that people's trends now are changing. People are going from drinking alcohol to now drinking less alcohol. There was
Very sad.
yeah,
Very
which
sad.
is very sad. Even over Christmas as well, people's trends have actually changed from people buying so much to now people are not buying as much. So it is interesting.
You know what? The one thing you learn in life is do everything in moderation.
Yeah.
Once you do it in excess, you're in trouble. Anyway,
That's it.
we've got
Yes,
to decide
we've got to
which
decide.
of these three.
So yes, as I say, we started with the Doom Bars here, which was okay. After so long, we kind of got used to it. We then moved on to the Peroni, the Taste of Italy. Now, Peroni, as I say, compared to the without gold or without, there is a little bit confusion because it does say gold on the bottle, but hey ho.
Well, the gold could be the colour.
It could be the colour,
and the without could be
without
the alcohol. But we're not sure what we should call it, without or without gold.
So compared to the without and the Doom Bar Zero, Peroni is actually served in a smaller bottle, so it's going to give you that enticing. It's going to give you that obviously realistic thing to obviously buy more than one bottle. But the problem is you're going to probably buy too many, and it will start raking up your bottle bill and all that. So really, I think at the minute, in terms of texture out of these two, I think the one which I would say which is right at the bottom, unfortunately, is the Peroni in my head.
Okay.
Now, I have tried it. It's okay, but I have tried other alcohol-free lagers. But personally, I just think that one is at the bottom for me. I will then put it in second to the Doom Bar Zero. Only reason being I didn't put this one last was it was manageable in the end, but you just needed to give it some time.
Yeah, I'll agree with manageable in the end. It took time for us to go, yeah, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
It's drinkable.
It's drinkable. Would I have another bottle after that? Absolutely not. Which means I think the overall winner has to be without gold or without with gold. I just think the smell and aroma was absolutely so warming, and also it just reminds you of being in a brewery. That, I mean, I live in the capital of UK's town, Burton-upon-Trent, and I get that smell all the time, and that's what that was. It was amazing.
I'm going to slightly disagree with you. Even though later, after we'd finished videoing, you kind of went, yeah, actually, I suppose that's... And I agree with your comment about chances are that's going to be volume-wise, price per volume, way higher than this.
Yeah.
But I don't like the idea that they say balanced and moorish on this. And to be fair, I don't think I'd buy it again.
Yeah.
Or drink it again.
Yeah.
Now, the Peroni wasn't as good as normal Peroni. And I think if my memory's right, we kind of ended up with lemonade shandies. What I'd say with that is probably not maybe alcohol free, but let's have a pint of lemonade shandy.
Yeah.
And I think that would do better than that.
Yeah.
And you're probably not. I mean, shandy, if you bought it in the tins, or what was it, 2% or something like that alcohol?
Yes.
So yeah, I'd probably go for that rather than that, but it's definitely drinkable. But like Luke, it's an acquired taste. It's a beer that you're not necessarily going to go wow on the first attempt.
Yeah.
But I think that passes as a beer that has no alcohol,
but could have
alcohol. It's got the flavour and depth that you expect. That is head and shoulders above the other two, without a shadow of a doubt.
So it's interesting how me and Chris can compare our rankings. But let us know what you think, guys. If you've actually tried any of these beers, you might think Doom Bar is better than Without Gold from St. Peter's.
Yeah.
Who knows? You might even think Peroni is better. Who knows? Just please remember to like and comment onto this video. It's been great, obviously, to do this little flight of alcohol-free beers, and hopefully, sometime next year we can come back again with some more and all that stuff. But no, I think on that note, I think it's time for you guys to enjoy the rest of your dry January, and we will see you again very soon. Cheers. Good health.
Cheers. Good health.